Today I just want to talk to you about, are you in denial? This is a hard topic to talk about because the people who are in denial will probably click off this video. But I want you to think about, are you in denial? And so what I have learned is we tend to think that we're better than we are, and that oftentimes the people who love us, our friends and family, when they tell us stuff, we don't believe it, we don't listen, we don't take it to heart, we don't figure out how to change, we don't look at it and say, okay, is this really me? And so think about today, are you in denial? Has somebody told you that you are mean, that you are destructive, that you are whatever it is, you're doing these harmful behaviors, that you're doing these things, that you hurt their feelings, that you say the wrong things, that you whatever it is that you do, or when somebody tells you the truth about yourself, do you believe it? And so years ago, my son came to me one day and we were just talking, and he told me, he was like, what you say is good and it's the truth, but it's the way you say it that I can't receive it. And it really hit me to my heart. I was just like, wait, what? And so another one of my kids told me the same thing weeks later. They didn't even know they had told me, but I really took it to heart, and I'm really trying my best to think about when I want to say something, when I have to say something that needs to be said. Am I saying it? First, I think about, am I the right person to say it? Because sometimes we say something and we're not the person to say it. We're not the person to tell somebody, whatever it is, it's not our place. It's somebody else's place. I think about, is it the right time to say it? Because sometimes you talking to somebody, you telling them something that they really need to hear, and it's the wrong time. They're exhausted. They're upset about something else that happened. They can't receive it. No matter what you say, no matter how true it is, they just can't receive it, And then I think about, is this the right, do I know what I'm going to say? Am I saying do I have the right words to say it? And so for a crucial conversation, we really need to be careful that we're saying the right things, that we're speaking to the problem and not about the person, attacking the person. And so I'm thinking about, is it the right time? Is it the right place? Am I the right person? What am I going to say? So I want to be thinking about this. And what I know for a fact is that oftentimes, if a friend or family tells me something about myself, it's the truth, because they love me enough to tell me, but they're with me more than anybody else. They see me at my weakest. And so if they tell me something, I know it's the truth. I know they have good intentions for me. They only want the best for me. And so if you're around somebody who is, you say a friend, but you don't think that they're best for you, then they shouldn't be a friend. But oftentimes I find that even if a stranger tells me something, it's the truth. And so we can do whatever we want to. For a stranger, I found that typically if a stranger tells me something about myself, either I am hard, people can't tell me the truth because I get mad, or people have told me the truth and I didn't believe it. So you got to be thinking about, if people tell you something about yourself, we got to stop running. We got to stop ignoring them. If somebody tells me something about myself, I need to believe it, or I need to take it to the page and figure out, what do I need? Is it true? And then what do I need to do to change it? Oftentimes people are not telling us something that's not true about ourselves. Most of the time, there is at least some truth to what they said. So I got to be looking at myself. I got to be looking at, how can I change? And I got to be looking at, I want somebody to tell me the truth. I want to make a safe space for people to tell me the truth. I want people to say, okay, this is wrong what you do. You're doing this is wrong. You're mean. You're disrespectful when I want people to tell me the truth. I don't want to walk around in denial. I don't want to walk around mistreating people and nobody said anything because I couldn't receive it, because I get mad. And so I want people to tell me the truth. So you want people to tell you the truth so you can improve. It's nothing worse than somebody walking around in denial because nobody told them the truth. And so think about this today. Can people tell you the truth? And then when people tell you the truth, what do you do with it? Because a lot of times we ignore the truth. Somebody tells us and we ignore the truth. We say, okay, they're jealous of us. They don't want us to succeed. And that's just not the truth. We got to look at ourselves and say, okay, this person said this about me. And oftentimes more than one person has told us, right? We just ignored it. But If somebody tells us something, we need to just take it and look at it and say, okay, is this true about me? Is this really true? And oftentimes, if we really pay attention, we really look at it, we take our feelings out of it, we let our ego, put our ego to the side, we can look at it and we can know that it's the truth. That there is something about what they said is the truth. And so we got to make a safe space for people that tell us the truth. So think about it today. Are you in denial about something that's happening in your life? Are you in denial about how you present yourself, how you are? Are you in denial? Can people tell you the truth about yourself? And then can you receive it?